My name is Carmen Johnson. I am 19 years old, and I'm a member of the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians. I am from Cherokee, North Carolina, and reside in Yellow Hill Community. This is the trail that I like to run. It goes up to the farmstead, and I just love running along the river. Throughout high school, I would run with my dog on the river, and it was just a really like revitalizing thing to do, and like a stress reliever. Just it's right down the road from my house, so I would just come down here all the time. Sometimes I'd go swimming in the river. I absolutely love this trail, and so whenever I come back home for breaks and stuff, I'll ask Mom if she wants to go on the trail. I mean, I like to go on other hikes with my family too, but this trail in particular, I just love. The best part of living in Cherokee is the beauty of nature and the mountains. I really missed going to school. I really missed running the trails with my dog and just being able to go on hikes whenever I wanted and just relaxing. I got my big money senior year of high school, and it was a lot to look at the check and to actually hold it in my hand. I had been thinking about it through high school and been planning for this, and I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do with my money, but then to actually hold it in my hand, it was a lot because it's a lot of money for someone who's 18 to have, and it's a lot of responsibility. And I'm so appreciative of the revenue that our tribe has accumulated from this casino, because it supports the education department and many departments that have enabled me to do what I am today and go to school and not be financially burdened by all of it. So my mom taught me if I was old enough to ask the question, I was old enough to get the answer. And so when I went home asking more about this money that people had been talking about at school, and asking, you're Native American, so you get this money, I was kind of wondering what all that meant. So I went home, asked my mom about it, and she talked about it with me. She said, okay, well, you do get this money. This has been in trust for you since you were a baby, and it comes twice a year. It's called per capita, and just kind of explained more about it. And here at the Qualla Boundary, we have a program called Financial Freedom, and that is where I went to the Money Mosh through at the casino with my mother, and we learned more about investing our money, played different games that kind of introduced us to the idea, learned about investing in stocks and bonds. We met different financial advisors at the Money Mosh, and I actually met the person that is my financial advisor today. I took a little bit more aggressive approach to investing my money. My advising consultant took me through the process when I took in my check, and we discussed different stocks that I might want to invest in. He said it's important to have to personally like what the company does and to personally support that company. And also we looked at different mutual funds that I invest in. So I am currently investing in a vast number of stocks and mutual funds. I'm pre-med at Duke, and I chose this because I would really like to come back and work at the new hospital and help the people of my tribe, because there are so many doctors coming in from different areas but don't necessarily stay, and I would like to come in and kind of have an understanding of the community and where the people are coming from and provide tribal members with that type of connection. I think I want to go away for a little bit and gain experience working, and then come back to work for the tribe, because I think it's important to have doctors here who are invested in the community and understand where the people are coming from, understand the culture, different things that happen here that are unique to the area. And I can understand that, having lived here for middle school and high school. I think I provide a unique perspective on Cherokee healthcare. My family is very supportive. Recently it's gotten much bigger. My parents both got remarried, and so I have 2 stepbrothers, a half-sister, along with my 2 other siblings. So that's always exciting to come back and visit them. They are financially sound and supportive, and I personally can't afford not to spend my big money, and I'm not saying that's the right thing for everyone to do, but I was able to do that, and it's kind of, in my mind, it's easier for me to just kind of think of it as something separate rather than even allowing myself to have the temptation to use part of it, because then I may want to use a little bit more or a little bit more, and because I've kind of sectioned it off as something I'm not going to touch, it helps me not use any of it. If I had not gone on to get higher education, I do not think I would have been able to set my money aside. I think one thing that helps being able to set your full check aside is going through the education department with the tribe, who pays for my entire tuition, room and board, books. They supplied me with a computer. They pay incentive money and money to live off of, miscellaneous funds. Having that support and my parents' support allows me to live comfortably on campus and without needing extra money. If I had not gone on to get a higher education at Duke or anywhere else, I would have to use some of my money, because having a small minimum wage job would not be sufficient. I hope to keep investing my money as I am until I retire, and that's when I hope to use my money, because I would like to go off and be successful, get a career, live my life, and just not think about it. I don't tell people at school that I have this money. I don't share it with anyone because it's my personal, private business. I would like to get a job and support myself with that money and put money in retirement along with the money that I'm investing. And then hopefully I've accumulated enough to retire early in life and relax, travel, and enjoy life. With this big money, having to pay taxes is an added responsibility, and students at my college university can't always relate, because most of them don't pay taxes because they're still under their parents. Their parents are still providing for them, and so it's kind of an added thing to have to deal with, and I don't discuss my information with a lot of people, so I contact my parents and a tax lady who takes care of that for me every year, and it's just another responsibility and to have to deal with, and to have to deal with the IRS and things like that. But then again, it is a great experience to learn how to deal with that for the future in life, because I will have to pay taxes for the rest of my life. I have an app on my phone, which is pretty cool. I can go into it, it's with my bank, and see how much money I've spent and my total amount that I have in my account. And so I check up with that regularly and use that to balance how much I have in my account, how much I can spend, and I try to just watch what I spend and not do anything too excessive. I also have an app on my phone that's through my investment company, and I also look at that to see how much money I've made every day. I check on it every day and see where it's at. What I do with my per cap checks every year is I take half of it and put it in my, add it to my portfolio of investments. And then half of it I put in my bank account along with miscellaneous funds from the education department, and I use that to have spending money or extra gas money or cover expenses on my car that I may not foresee. So that's kind of like a support cushion. I don't always use it, and in that case I will invest more, but I try to save half of that money to just have just in case. I have been lucky, and I have had great returns in the past year and a half. The stock market has been phenomenal. If it does go down, I think I'll just ride it out, honestly, because the economy, it usually comes back up and it should be fine, because if you ride it out, in the end you will make more money. And that's better than taking it out, because you will have lost so much money by the point when you realize, oh, this could really be detrimental, and then you'll sell it for less than if you ride it out and it increases again. And I'm invested for the long haul. Long term is what I'm thinking, and 1 year of the stock market going down should not, hopefully, play a substantial effect in 20 or so years. Whatever you choose to spend your money on, you will have to, live with the consequences or the benefits, whatever you choose. So just do what you would like, and try to think about long term too. Think about how you'll feel after the money is spent if you do decide to blow it on everything.